Hello YouTube, this is Christonian here, and we are playing Wild Season. It's a Harvest Moon inspired game with a greater focus on the narrative and character-driven development. Wild Season is a story of how you, after getting disgruntled with city life, decide to spend your life savings and move to a small town called Bedford Valley, and buy a farm. Things, however, are off to a bumpy start. First you get into a car accident, then you find out the farm you've just purchased was never supposed to be for sale in the first place. And no one in town likes you. Furthermore, the town itself seems to hold an even deeper mystery. So we're just going to jump in here and get going. We could do a quick start, but I'm going to do a new game so we can actually control the name of our character. Hello, welcome to Wild Season. I wonder if I can... Nope. Gonna have to click every time. Before you get started with your quaint farming adventure, I'm gonna set you up. Alright, let's see here. Nope. Look about ya. Alright then, guess we gotta go with the whole thing. Gonna ask you a few questions and get you on your way. What's your name? Christonian. And Indie Showcase. Ooh, it fits. Nice. Very masculine or very feminine? Let's go with masculine. Are you sure about that? Just kidding, you're a pretty built guy. I know, right? When's your birthday? My birthday's in the fall. And I'm assuming because all the days are here, I actually pick. Okay. Written down here. And your blood type. What the? AB. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. Hopefully I didn't pick the rarest one out there. Sure. How's it look? So Christonian Indie Showcase. Everything correct. Yep. Great! Looks like everything's in order. Welcome to Wild Season. And be careful. Okay. Down on your luck. You've been trying to find work for weeks. While looking to find an ad for a farm that seems too good to be true. Though skeptical, you spend your life savings to start a new life in this town. You head south, excited for the journey ahead. We only had spoilers in the description. Watch out for the raccoon! You're gonna die! Whoa. Usually people brake before they get into the tree. They don't accelerate into the tree. Just saying. Just saying. Might help you. I think I've been knocked out. Bedford Valley. Click anywhere. Don't crash on me. So again, this is early access. It's available on Steam. And I'm in like an inn or something, yeah. You've woken up in some sort of inn. You hear some commotion downstairs. What if she returns and says everything checks out? That won't happen. Maybe you should head downstairs. I believe I read the rules a little bit. I can press like J to access stuff. And I believe if I press spacebar, yeah, that brings up like a quick menu. So we can look at my guy. Indie Showcase doesn't really fit in there. And you can see level 1 is underneath there. We have a level 1 house, level 1 barn, level 1 stable, level 1 coop, level 1 mining and cooking and fishing. I believe this is probably our inventory. There's our inventory there. Animal profiles. Oh, okay, so we got like data. It's like a Pokedex. Go downstairs and the world map. Cool. Hopefully there's fast travel. I don't feel like moving my little mini guy all that way. It looks like there's something right there. Let's see if I can do it. JL. No? Let's just go under controls to make sure. I believe if I press shift, I can sprint. Quiet. Might wake him up. Sorry, dear. Dear. Good morning, old sport. I'm surprised to see you awake. Are you sure you would like to be walking around already? You look quite the tumble last night. Edward found your car up against a tree, dear. The roads around here are dangerous regardless, but with that storm as well. Why, it's a miracle you're with us at all. Your name is Christonian Indie Showcase, right? How'd you know that? Is it on my underwear? Oh, I didn't mean that to startle you. When the doctor came to check up on you, he needed your name for records. ID in my wallet. That makes sense. Christonian the Spaz. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves. Oh yes, of course. Rosalind Underhill, and this is my husband, the mayor. Mayor. Has no name. Do you know where you are, old sport? Not exactly. Perhaps I'll jig your memory. Bedford Valley, a quiet town nestled in the southeast, Mount Munro, and home to a nice but humble port. The Underhills have served as mayors here for many generations, so rest assured in your good hands. We'll have you up and going in no time. And yes, Grace Hospitality, you know city folk. A few days out in the country, and you'll want to get a home as quickly as you can. Oh, excuse me, Miss Underhill. Mr. Mayor? Oh, Mr. Indie Showcase. Hi there, glad to see you're feeling better. Mr. Mayor, I figured out what we needed. Oh yes, of course. Old sport, this young lady here is Alice Branch. She works for a law firm in the city and has come back to town recently to help out with a few things here. I might have to step out. There's no need. Instead, Christonian, poor thing, glass of water. He must be absolutely parched. I can handle whatever Miss Brandt needs from you. Ah, yes, of course. Come with me, Christonian. We should get something in that stomach of yours. Yum, yum, yum. Food, now. As I was saying, your car is in bad need of repair. We took it to a reputable person in town. Honest opinion, he feels the work is too much to justify the price. Now, part of this town's fault is for the faulty road, and as such... Darling, could you come here for just a moment? Hey, I was gonna get free money! Hey, yeah, dear, of course. Shock. Scratching his head. Oh, they're surrounding me. It's not good. Final Fantasy fight. Christonian, I'm afraid we must ask you a somewhat difficult question. When we were going through your belongings, found your ID, of course, found your ID, you came upon something rather particular. This is a deed to an old farm here in Bedford, and for some reason you listed as the property owner. Of course, I bought it, you jerks. Mr. Indy, how did you happen upon this document? Well, it proves that I live here. The realtor gave it to me when I signed the paperwork and when I bought the form yesterday. Realtor? Why would a realtor? He is saying he bought the farm, dear. Bought the farm? You bought the farm? There's been some sort of mistake. Forgive my husband. He's simply confused about the series of events that brought you here. You see, dear, the piece of property you purchased, it wasn't for sale. It is true that property has not been lived on for some quite time. However, the previous owner explicitly stated that the farm be given to the district after a year's absence. The person passed away last fall, meaning that the property has now been vacant for a little under 2 seasons. which means that no one currently alive could have possibly listed this property. Do you understand what I'm saying? Wait, do you mean has not been lived on? That is a ghost? That a ghost listed the farm? That you think I attained the deed illegally? That would be the most logical conclusion, but this document is in no way forged, and according to the state, you do indeed exchange money for it. Or you did indeed. You are in fact the legal owner of the property. Woohoo! Though I'm not exactly how. Because it's mine. I was a ghost realtor of the best kind. Now, Christonian, it's not that we're upset that you bought the old farm, old sport. It's just disconcerting. Yes, disconcerting. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Disconcerting. You see, the farm, it's, well, darling, perhaps showing the new property will be much more informative than simply describing it to him. Let's go take a look, though you might not like what you see. Wah, wah, wah. Looks pretty good to me. It's not like the roof is falling down or anything. Yep. Or is my house way over here? That's okay, I can get rid of that. Just some back-breaking exercise. This is spur-of-the-moment investment left you the city and could have died in a car crash for. It's an absolute wreck. As you can see, the property hasn't been lived in for quite some time. The previous owners passed a little over 2 seasons ago, as Miss Bryant mentioned, but they acquired the property through inheritance. So it hasn't been lived on for maybe 10 years. More like 15, dear. 15? We took Linda's kindergarten pictures the last year that the fields were harvested, remember? Ooh, Linda. Sounds about my age. Ah, yes, of course, dear. 15. Why don't you take a look around? Get a feel for the place, as they said. Surely something must be salvageable, my dear. I couldn't even imagine if it turned out you invested in a money pit of all things. Don't mind us. Take your time. Just cobwebs everywhere. No one seems to have bothered to clean in here. It has a lingering smell. You're not sure you could even get out. Stinks. But other than that, it should host a fair number of chickens. Chickens don't care about lingering smells, right? You sure you'll get used to it? Okay. Whoa. Huh. So I can't even walk on that. Ooh. It's like a special flower. Let's see if I can check this place out. Nope. Oh, there's another building down there. Let's check this place. So I'm checking the barn, I guess, and that's stalls. I don't know what that is. That might be a doghouse or something. Obviously, it hasn't been used in years, but with a little love and care, it could be a house for a small herd for sure. You've never spruced up a barn before, but it can't be that hard, right? It's like you've never been a farmer before. My hair's really weird, too. It's like orange and brown. Right. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I can sprint. Just can't get in the house. What's this? Maybe more stalls? The amount of cobwebs in here is pretty impressive. The stables are in good shape, so that's what it is. What you should do is get yourself a horse. Who needs a car when you have a horse? 1 horsepower away! Though you should probably learn to ride first. And be financially stable. And you should probably get a horse later. Let's see if I can... I don't know how to interact. Everything looks taken care of past this point, meaning the property is not yours. You should turn back and check the other properties. Let's go over here. Why does that rock look funny? Looks see-through-y. Okay, I think I saw everything. Nope, maybe not. Let's go. Sprint like the wind. Okay. So now what? Ah, there's a house. Derpy derp. More cobwebs. Dirt. There's still surprising amount of furniture here. Even a TV. Woohoo! The electricity is still on here. Oh my god, we have a 15-year electricity bill. Looks like there's even a wardrobe here. And there's even clothes inside. Creepy, creepy. You can change the clothes on your portrait here. Ah. So if I don't like the look of the guy. This place is smaller than your apartment in the city, which is saying something. And there's enough dust in here to make yourself a dust bunny farm. And yet, you feel oddly at home here. Like you've been here many times before. Maybe I'm a reincarnated farmer. It's like, Christonian, you're getting too intense. It's almost nice, or will be, once you get the dust wiped off. And get new sheets. It'll be nice someday. Rosen was right. The phrase money pit is putting it nicely, and yet, it's my money pit. Yeah, it's yours. The thought makes you feel warm. Aww. So, old sport, what do you think of the place? Can't wait till it's started. It's great. It needs work, but it's great. Really? This is the kind of citizen we need. Pay taxes. That's wonderful. We're glad to hear it, aren't we, dear? I mean, yes, of course. Absolutely delighted. Your belongings are at the inn, so perhaps we should... Oh, we certainly can ask Richard to bring those things over. Dear, why don't we go show everyone around town their new neighbor? They'll be just delighted to meet him. Of course, my dear. I suppose I'll give you a tour around town. It's a charming place. I'm sure he'll love it. Are we ever gonna get to farming? Let's see. What should I show you? Live here. You should live here. We might as well start with the important part. The town square, where most of our festivals are held. Where we host our festivals. Over this way is Tunstuck and the flower shop my niece runs. What's the Tunstuck, you ask? It's a racetrack where we hold a number of races. Horses race occur this season and in the fall, while dog races happen during the summer and the winter. The racetrack is only open on race days, though. If you decide to keep going that way, old sport, you'll find our port. We serve a small trading port for our district, but usually the sailors do not stay for more than a night. Frank's Logistics is also located there. He and his son Roy manage the imports and exports of the town, you see. I'll be sure to send him your farm tomorrow to make arrangements for your crops shipments. Cool. To the south is a number of residents, and beyond that is the Holst Estates. You own a farm as well, but they specialize in crops, and all the business in town they use their produce. So it's usually stored in a special freezer here in town. And, well, that pretty well describes the main part of town. We may not have all the convenience you're used to, but we certainly are well equipped. Come along, old sport. I'll introduce you to some of your new neighbors. I'm sure they'll be happy to have you here. I'd like to visit the general store and the inn. I know you've already been to the latter, but I think it'd be nice for you to thank the owner himself for allowing you to stay, don't you? After that, I'll take you to the Hoist Farm. It'll be good for you to see how an actual farm operates. Let's get going to the general store. There's a doggy. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait for him, but I'm going in. If we sell them for this much, then we might get a 15% profit. Well, maybe. Oh, welcome, Mr. Mayor. Oh, good afternoon, Mrs. Mayor. Carl, go tell Will the mayor is here to pick up his groceries. Who's this? Jane, I'd like to introduce you. Christonian, oh, nice to meet you. He bought the old farm. Gill's Ranch. I didn't realize the place was for sale. A bit of mishap, I'm afraid. Christonian, this is Jane Kidd. She and her husband Carl run the general store, and you can buy all sorts of things here, including vegetable seeds and kitchen appliances. Yes, that's right. Mr. Mayor, I just remembered that we had a question about your order. Could you perhaps come to the back for a moment? Of course. Let the romance begin. Oh, hey. So, I'm Jessica Kidd. Sorry about my mom dragging the mayor off like that. Now, totally embarrassing to do that when we just met someone, right? Anyways, it's nice to meet you. So the mayor said you bought the farm. Where'd the mayor go? I have his stuff. They're at the counter, City. What's your eyes stop working or something? My eyes work fine, thanks. Oh, so Will, this is Christonian. He bought the farm. You know, the other one. What? The other? Oh. Christonian, this is my older brother, Will. Oh, nice to meet you. So there's something to do with our farm. There's something happening. I'm so sorry about the suddenly being interrupted like that. I just remembered that a question like struck by lightning. Could you take the groceries back? Linda's coming to get them after all. Okay, then. As the mayor was saying, we sell pretty much anything and everything here. Please stop by the next time you have a chance. All right? We should leave them to continue the work. Come along, old sport. It was nice meeting you, Christonian, and very nice meeting you. So he bought the farm? Dun dun dun. Intrigue. There's buried bodies all over the farm. Let's head over to the inn then, shall we? Rah, I'm gonna beat you there. Oh. Going the wrong way. Hey, there's an abandoned house back there. Maybe I could buy in town eventually. Because that's what I like doing. I renovate the inn. That was weird. I loaded and then... It's all good. I know we've already been here, but I want to introduce you to the staff. Oh, hello, welcome to the Cat with the Fiddle Inn. Oh. Wow, your hair is so tall. It's almost like you wanted to be a porcupine. And then settled on being a rooster. Mary dear, this is Christonian. He was the person staying upstairs last night, remember? The one Edward brought in during the storm. And Christonian, this is Mary Blackwood. Her family owned the inn for generations. You were in the car? You look okay, bud. Oh, you're the one who taught You bought the weed and rock farm, but didn't, right? Now, Mary, we shouldn't go around spreading false information, Mr. Mayor. So I bought the weed and rock farm. Awesome. I can grow everything, all the weeds and rocks I want. Seems to be a lawyer from earlier, but... What? Why is she dressed like a waitress? Alice, you're just in time. This is Alice. She's a waitress here like me. We've already been acquainted. Miss Brandt is filling her time working here at the inn until she decides to go back to the city. I'll be going back soon, hopefully. You're here to see Mr. Blackwood, right? If we could, I'll get him. So you've decided the same. This seems so. Whoa. You can do it! This might be a crash. I'm back! Maybe they have, what's that, disability where they have to, like Sheldon, knock on the door 4 times? Mayor, good afternoon. We should get back to work. Oh yeah, I'm working. Come by a lot, okay? Bye. Have a nice day, Christonian. I see our mystery guest is up and walking now. Indeed, Barry, I'd like you to meet Christonian. Christonian is Barry Blackwood. He and his son are the ones who make the magic happen here at the inn. Where is Richard at the moment? He's been staring at the books for hours, chewing on a pencil. Best let him be. Anyway, Christonian, not here to meet him. He's here to learn about what he's saying. Actually, Barry, you already know we're at the inn, but during the day we're also a full-fledged restaurant, and at night a full-stocked bar. The bar is the most important. Anyways, it's nice to meet you, Christonian. Glad to see you're doing alright. Feel free to stay here free of charge till you're on your way. Cool. Actually, old sport, what I've been trying to say is Christonian has apparently bought the old farm. Oh. Has he now? And he kind of looks angry. Mayor, why don't you and the girls come over for dinner tonight? Yes, of course. We're actually planning to. Good. Because me, I gotta get back to work. Sorry about that, old sport. He probably just wanted you to stay a few more nights at the inn, is all. Blinky blinky. And someone has joined my broadcast. Come to see me play Harvest Moon. Well then, old sport, how about we go ahead and head over to the... Wait a moment. The clinic. Completely slipped my mind. I'm sure Dr. Jensen would like to see you, how you're doing after the accident. The clinic is to the southwest part of the town. Let's get going. Rah! I'm gonna beat you there. Rah! Where is it? Yeah, beat you. Hopefully it doesn't crash the game. Come on. Yeah. Uh-oh. Gave him the door. Mr. Mayor, hello. Good afternoon, Mrs. Ebner. Things running smoothly today? Yes, of course. Oh, you must be Dr. Jensen's patient from yesterday, right? Miss Amaya Ebner, one of the nurses here at Bedford Hospital Clinic. It's nice to meet you. Actually, bringing Christonian around to meet everyone in town. Meet everyone? Could you call Jensen down? Ah, yes, of course. After May calls for the doctor, you do your best to have some small talk with the mayor and Maya. It doesn't really work. Thankfully, it only takes a minute or two for the doctor to come out and see you. Ah, Dr. Jensen. This is... Christonian, right? Glad to see you and your family finally walking around. You took kind of a nasty spill, but you seem to be getting along just fine. Christonian, this is Dr. Darius Jensen. He took over the Bedford Clinic a few seasons ago after our esteemed doctor decided to move on to bigger practices. Good to officially meet you, Christonian. And there's another nurse named Gavin as well. Where is Mr. West? Well, not here. Anyways, how long do you plan on staying, Christonian? All shy and such. Christonian here actually acquired the farm. Shock all around again. Really? You're kidding, right? Dun dun dun! Hey, look. That sort of thing can take a toll on you really quick if you don't look after your health. When you got a chance, how about you swing by for a quick checkup and we can chat about what you need to stay healthy. I'm sure that's not quite necessary, Dr. Jensen. We really need to get back to work, Dr. Jensen. So with that, we're at the 30-minute mark. I'm just going to stop this indie showcase, and I'll release another one right back to back, probably later the same day the first one comes out. So make sure to check back and see part 2. Thanks for coming by, guys. If you like what you saw, make sure you like and subscribe. And see you guys next time. Bye.